we've had some very interesting turn of events in the past couple weeks. We had somebody who was impersonating me at churchofgail.com, which is a website that Brent Spiner, Vladimir Putin have created for me. After I led Brent Spiner to the Lord, he and Vladimir Putin decided to start a church for me. And they also created a website, which is like part of this church. And the past couple of weeks, I thought it was Zach Knight. We found out a Jesuit woman has been impersonating me at churchofgail.com. That's CHURCHOFGAIL.com. And she's been putting posts in there. And I've been going in there saying, I did not write this post. She did a very clever imitation of me, and it almost sounds like me, except in some minor areas. And this is what the Jesuits have been doing to Brent Spiner and Vladimir Putin over the years, too. They've been impersonating them. For instance, recently, Vladimir Putin, I've noticed he's not going to this G8 summit that's coming up. And I know why he's not going. He's not going because if he shows up at this G8 summit, they're going to show pictures of him with Ludmila Putin, as soon as it was inaugurated to president, the Jesuits put fake pictures up of him and Ludmila, and Vladimir's been trying to work around all this garbage. And I already mentioned that Vladimir and Ludmila, the only reason he acquired Ludmila was because President Bush made him under threat of war. After poor Vladimir fell in love with me, the Jesuits wasted no time to sabotage that. And President Bush was scared that the Jesuits would attack his wife, Laura Bush, so he ordered Vladimir, under threat of war with the United States, to acquire Ludmila as his wife. So that's how that started. And Vladimir's never been able to get Ludmila out of his hair since Ludmila Putin's a Jesuit. And same with Brent Spiner and Lori McBride. Lori McBride's a Jesuit, so. And, people have given their lives. The Nobel Prize Committee, I believe they've given me the Nobel Prize in Literature for real this time. But let me tell you what they had to go through to do this. Apparently the Jesuits knew this was going to really happen. And so they replaced the Nobel Prize Committee members with these severely mentally retarded Nobel Prize Committee members who had malicious intent against me. And these severely mentally retarded Nobel Prize Committee members decided that I did not deserve the Nobel Prize in Literature because my writings were a bunch of lies. And guess who they voted to get the Nobel Prize in Literature? The evil Jesuit Rule 13 for her crazy Gail wiki website, which is a bunch of crap and full of lies. I can't believe that they replaced the Nobel Prize Committee members with mentally retarded people. This Jesuit order has got so much gall, man. I really don't think we have long till Zach Knight sets up his kingdom. He's going to be the Antichrist. Jesus Christ told us that. Anyways, I recorded a song to honor the Nobel Prize Committee members who I believe gave their lives in their attempt to honor my writings. And I appreciate that. Even though I don't really give a flip about getting the Nobel Prize, what I do appreciate is their courage in standing with me against the evil Jesuit empire. People have given their lives to do so. And the Jesuits are the most brilliant and richest organization on the earth. And they've currently got a campaign against me to discredit me as crazy. That would be their most effective campaign. But my only motive for making YouTube videos and for my writings is to help people understand that you must not follow the Jesuit order. I saw a YouTube video up by a guy. It was about 3 minutes long. I can't even remember his name. And he was talking about me and saying how crazy I was, but he even admitted that he had joined orderofthejesuits.com. He said, see, nothing's happened to me. I'm fine. You see, you can join Order of the Jesuits and nothing happens to you, folks. That's what Satan did to Eve. Satan went to Eve And he said, if you eat of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, you're not going to die. He lied to her. He said, you won't surely die. Everything's going to be okay. So what did she do? She ate of the fruit of that tree and she didn't die right away. So she said, see, everything's fine. But you know what happened? God kept his word. He said, you eat of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, you're going to die. And she did die eventually. If she never took of that tree, we'd all be living forever. We wouldn't be dealing with all this junk we're going through right now. The same thing with the Jesuit order. When you submit to their scan and you try to join them, you're not going to feel the evil effects right away, folks. But do not go submit yourself to their scan. Your soul will be in danger of eternal damnation, and you will go to hell, because most of the Jesuit order members, that's where they're going. They are devil worshippers. We had a Church of Gail service, and they were sacrificing Zachnite clones and killing them on an altar. And then then Satan appeared at our service and resurrected Zachnite, and Satan actually went into Zachnite's body, and then Jesus Christ rescued us later. And I have all this up on another YouTube video called Zachnite is 666. Jesus Christ is the one who told us he's 666. Anyways, listen to the song that I sung for these Nobel Prize Committee members and for all the men on my marriage list and all those who've courageously stood with me over the years against the Jesuit empire. This takes tremendous courage. And many people have already given their lives. Because basically when you stand against the Jesuit empire, you're standing against the richest and most powerful organization on earth. They've been around since the 1500s. Nobody has more money and wealth than the Jesuit order of the Roman Catholic Church. It takes tremendous courage to stand against them. And so I've sung a song in tribute to those courageous Nobel Prize Committee members and to all those who've courageously stood with me over the years against the evil Jesuit order.